Unmuted. Hey, welcome to In the Spirit of Things. Anyways, I repeat what I hear, John. I'm sort of weird that way. Anyways, folks, I got Brother Peter and Johnny here coming at you. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Anyways, John, lots of things on the horizon. Good stuff coming. Change is definitely here. Michael's always doing heavy lifting. He's tightened up all the loose ends over at the house. So we're getting a major direction of flow. This right-minded capacity process coming forward as a live man is so dead nuts, right? We've getting confirmations on many, many levels through all the successes we've had to date. I like Cookie sharing the love and playing the game, but it's not a game, folks. It's the commerce game, but it's all right. You know what? By removing presumptions, you can actually unencumber yourself by just unconsenting. And I have been talking about this for month after month, and I want everybody to get their mind right. So Privatis.Me is really going to be going to the private side, John, because there will be no more free seats at Privatis.Me. We are we're sort of shutting it down. Well, it's really going to be membership has its advantages type capacity, because it's time for my brothers and sisters to get their learn on. There's nothing to wait for. We've already got this thing tied up in a beautiful, nice little bow, but we've cut the Gordian knot so everybody can get unencumbered. So for all my brothers and sisters who are getting whacked by taxes and they're fixing to get whacked by Obamacare and forced compliance on shots and this and that, well, hey, if you remove your consent and rescind these simple contracts or all one-pagers to rescind the presumptions, you get free. Yeah, it's really that simple. For those that don't believe it, they get to stay in dead man's land for the hypothecation event for the rest of their lives. Because once I shut this down on the private side, brother, I mean, as far as on the public side right now, it's an open door, join for free. Well, the join for free is going to be shut down as of the 31st, as well as all the members that have been sitting in the free seats, what you call free seats, who have had a chance to pull the curtain back and have chose not to. They get to stay on the dead man's side ad infinitum. So I'm shutting doors, but I'm opening other ones. So I had to go here, John, because you know what? I built it. They will come, and now it'll only be by invitation after the 31st. So all those my brothers and sisters who are listening to this and who aren't full members, and yep, everybody needs to be a full member because you need the package. If you don't have the package, you're not a full member. You're not going to get the memos on how to get over my little bridges so that you can get to the big bridge. And I will not tell you what the big bridge is until you get over the little bridges. So how does that work, John?
Exactly.
Is that direction of flow?
We keep trying to say, Privatis is more like a university than anything, and you definitely have to know who you are, and that takes education, and deprogramming, and it's just learning the other side of the coin. We've been on one side of the coin, and we haven't learned how to use our proper capacity as a man, and that's right. These first steps are just the little steps. There's the little bridges. These are the little things that you got to get used to noticing people. You got to get used to sending out paperwork and how to change it up and what to put and how to punctuate your notices and all this kind of stuff. And this is one of those things that you're going to be doing in your life. And if you don't know how to at least do these type things, well, exactly, when you get to the big bridges, you're not going to know how to handle yourself. So that's why I totally understand what you're saying, what you're doing, and there is a full education there now. It's not just the trial run.
This is not practice makes perfect. Everything's in place for the ship to go to ground, and I use this vernacular for a reason. Because if you're out on the sea, you are going to be your citizenship will be plundered, and that's why they get to plunder your assets, steal your houses, steal this. They're not stealing, folks. You gave over. You consented already. You just didn't know how to remove the presumption that you consented, and that's the direction of flow Michael and I have taken everybody. We have actual documents now in place in the package. Everybody gets the same package. It's all uniform, and it's direct, but it's you coming forward as a live man with your family crest on the document. So we get continuity of flow, so we bring you out of dead man's land as a live man. And I think I'm really believing, like Brother Kirk, Callenbach, his videos are great. His information's spot on. problem is I don't think he knew how to get off the plantation himself because he's still having issues trying to live on the abandoned side of his ship because he didn't know to claim his ship. He left his, for lack of a better term, he left his sausage on the plate. The estate is still held in abeyance on his behalf because he didn't know how to move forward. So when he removed his presumption of getting off the voter roll, I'm sure he didn't do it as a live man. He probably did it as the dead entity. And that's what I'm presuming. It's my presumption. I could be dead wrong, but I think I'm probably dead right. No pun intended, by the way, John. You see what I'm saying? It's if you really don't know who you are, they're going to test you, and they know when you don't know who you are. So this is why everybody comes over to my house. Folks, you'll get the memo. John,
well, this is the status quo too. You know what I mean? In all their courts and all the banks and all the taxes, this is the status quo to treat you like a citizen, and that's why you're going to be a teacher as well in sometimes in this journey. But the thing is, once you know who you are, even the ones who don't want to learn, well, you still have remedy. And that's the thing, because you've removed all assumptions.
Yeah.
And these are just the little bridges. That's the things too. Like I guess you don't make that clear. Like these are just the little bridges. Removing these assumptions with the IRS and CRA and the mayor's contracts, and the debt validations. All these are just little things that you can do. With we're including courts and all this kind of stuff. How to deal with that kind of stuff. It's, everything's covered.
Yep.
And like you say, these are just the little bridges.
Yep, and they are. But brother, hey, you know what? It took Michael and I, our collective effort, to find out how, why, and what, and wherewithal, because we were finding ourselves too along the way. So we had got to get our minds right, and that's what we did. So when Michael created this beautiful package, it's now available to those who are right-minded. They're going to get the memo on a whole different level, and it's a beautiful thing. There's no warring. There's no fighting. It's just love, brother. It's our beautiful red box documents give total clarity to the other side on whence we come and what capacity we're operating, and that's part of the status change. But everybody's got to change their status along with their mind, because otherwise you're their landed estate. You have a landed estate, and you're a man walking upright. You are the landed estate. You just didn't know, because it was given over at birth, that it's considered abandoned property, i.e. a gift from your mom as the informant she gave over, and Dad didn't know no better than what was going on right up underneath his nose.
And, you were giving a fictionist person that you're supposed to, use in commerce that was not supposed to be used as ID. We went ahead and used that for ID, which basically put us in fraud and dishonor. And basically we became that dead fictionist entity in their courts and their laws, all this kind of stuff, in what we own. We've put everything into this corporate fiction name.
Yep.
And this is why they have full right to it, because it was not our name to use in the first place.
Right. And but John, we have very, very simple solutions at the house. And like I say, for the 1,800 plus that are sitting in the cheap seats, the cheap seats are gone at the end of the month. You've had plenty of time to look around, I feel, and I only have time for right-minded brothers and sisters. So I'm going to cut the wheat from the chaff, as they say, and those that are in are really in, and they're going to get the memo, and they're going to be able to move forward on a whole different level they never thought possible, because they're going to get right-minded. They're going to get their minds right, and that's why when I shut it down at the end of the month, those that are in for free, the seats, so anybody that signs up for free between now and the end of the month, they'll have 7 days. I'll give them 7 days to come over and get their minds right. That's the whole reason for this 8-week curriculum I put together, and it's a beautiful curriculum. And it's going to be, if you're going to come to Peter's University, you have to go through his classes. It's going to be mandatory. There will be no shortcuts, John. My brothers and sisters will carry their own water, and they will be competent to do so.
Well, that's right. When they're competent, they're competent for the other ones who are going to follow in their footsteps as well, and that brings another point, doesn't it, about members, bringing in members.
Yep, that's right, because usually another right-minded member, if somebody's interested, is who want to be a part to removing all these presumptions, they'll that recommendation, the guy that's already in is recommending somebody who's obviously right-minded, or else he wouldn't be letting them come on through. So, folks, if you want a pay raise, you want to get in the house because, Obama taxes will be applied to you, guaranteed. The system is not going bye-bye. It's not going tits up. Excuse my, I didn't know else how to put it, but it's not going belly up, folks. This thing's going to hypothecate for generations to come. So it's not going anywhere. It's just going to be getting worse and worse, until it does.
Yeah, there's bigger numbers than trillion. Hey, Peter.
Yep. Yeah, quadrillion. Yeah, quadrillion.
Right, there's bigger numbers. Come on, they'll just keep it going. Exactly.
Yeah, this is
See how much they'll take.
Welcome to the Digit Express.
Right.
But it's all good, folks. You can go. You can get out of the system of downs and be unencumbered. Over time, it's going to take everybody some time. But they got to come over my little bridges, John, because if they don't come over my little bridges, they're not going to show any level of competency. It would be no different than me putting an Uzi in your 5-year-old's hand with a full clip on automatic and saying, oh, gee, little Billy just blew his damn feet off. Yeah, because he was incompetent. He didn't know what power he had in his hand. See, those that retain it, like I said, you won't. You got to be competent at the level.
Well, this is why the nefarious ones did such a brilliant job at hiding this type of information, because it is very powerful, and if you don't know how to use this stuff properly, you're just going to piss off the wolves kind of thing, and if they get a chance to get you to traverse back into their system, hey, you don't know who you are, that's not a good place to be.
Right.
And that's why you need this education. You need to live it. You need to know it. You need to, as soon as a police officer talks to you or anything else, you need to know how to handle yourself right away. It's just automatic. There's no more fear. There's no more war. There's no more. It's just, hey, I'm a man. This guy's working for Walmart. Why is he bothering me? Basically.
Yep.
And once you get that mentality and that confidence, and because you know the law, you don't believe it, you don't have faith in it, you know it, and it's like I say, Peter and I, we've between we got 30 years between the two of us, Peter.
Yeah.
It's not, and we had to go through all this paperwork and all these other people that found out the hard way how to do this stuff,
Yeah.
Before they learned out the proper way and the way to traverse and not contract with these people, and if you do contract, how to get out of these contracts and all this kind of stuff, and how to cancel contracts, how to remove assumptions, and this is the education that you're being taught here.
Well, like I say, they don't have to go through 25 years of hell. All right, folks.
Exactly.
I went down all the rabbit trails for you. Guess what? So Brother Peter has already bird-dogged this game, and it's really good. See, that's what gave me clarity of thought. This is why I'm where I'm at, and this is not about grandstanding, grandiosity, or any other thing. It's being right-minded. It just comes down to being right-minded. So if you come over to my house and get your mind right, you're gonna get a benefit beyond what I could put a price tag on. What is freedom worth? Priceless.
Well, that's the thing. Private is is going to be going very private here very soon because one thing that happens is we do a lot of digging, and it's about that time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you have a choice: come in or stay out. And if you stay out, you really are out. And you'll only get, I hope you know somebody who's already in Privatis.Me who might recommend you, because you're not getting it any other way. I'm not being, John, I don't have time to save the world. But those that are right-minded right here and now and get this memo, they need to come into the door, and they're going to want to. And I'm not going to tell you the primary reason why, at least not on the front end. You're just going to have, let's say, have the faith of a mustard seed that what I'm saying is correct, and it really is correct, folks. I'm the I know guy. I've been on the right track this whole time. We've had successes across the board at Privatis.Me, and we banter about it, but they all just want to sit in the damn cheap seats and just ignore what I'm saying, so I guess they're not ready. So they're going to have to experience pain on a whole different level, like I've been saying for months, and it's sad, brother, because it really breaks my heart. because I do have a heart. I love my brothers and sisters.
But now also to our full members, the abundance tree is coming forward.
Yes.
We've got a lot of new stuff coming forward that's going to be, well worth every penny that they spent and every hour that they put into their education and their learning and to know who they are. It's time for the people with knowledge to, get what do you say, Pete? Get their just desserts, I guess.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. It's yep. But like I say, I'm not letting the cat out of the bag as far as what like I say, this is also right-minded what we've got in place. It's direction of flow. That's all we've been doing is direction of flow, and it took us 8 months just to get to these processes, for lack of a better term. And no, folks, they're not magic, but they are, because you're taking back your power by unconsenting. If you fail to unconsent, you have made the choice. Just like the song says, if you fail to make a choice, you still have made a choice. What is your choice? Where do you draw your line in the sand to get the hell off the damn plantation?
That's right. That old saying, all it takes is for good men to do nothing.
Yeah, and a lot of good men have done nothing because, it's all right. I don't have time to save the world, brother. I'm moving on. And, folks, you heard it here first. My blog talk show is going bye-bye by the end of the month. So those who are in earshot getting these memos and want to come in to sit at the buffet table to eat of the tree of truth and knowledge to really get unencumbered, then they're gonna take their leap of faith, and it will be rewarded, John. That's the point.
That's right.
I can't explain exactly how it's going to be rewarded, folks, but you'll find out in due time. See, that's membership has its advantages, not privileges. It's called advantages, and you will have an advantage. Go figure. Yeah. I know they know. I know something in the back of my mind. They know but I ain't letting this cat out of the bag because it'll never be talked about in the public on any level. Never.
That's right.
Anyways, but hey, they got to do the civil things. Hey, nothing's better than friggin' removing the presumption of the body politic as a live man, rescinding that marriage contract, because right now you are the corporations. You and your wife you gave them joinder by them endorsing that contract, and that's created a whole new set of hypothecation events for your family tree. But you showed that you didn't know who you were because you gave over. But that's all right. You can always fix the problem. Isn't that nice, John? There's always a solution. You can always fix a mistake.
Well, that's the thing. You know what I mean? The commerce world is the dead world. And as a live man, there is no contract upon you that you can't, renegotiate or cancel. If it's not working for you, if that benefit or privilege is not working for you, it's time to cancel it.
Yeah.
And it's simple.
Yeah, for all my brothers and sisters who worry about the little crumbs on the table, come over to the house and you ain't going to be worried about no crumbs because it's all going to change. Anyways, but that's the problem. See the carrot stick? We sucked them in for some, and then I know people are getting their 90% of their so-called benefits absconded because you gave over as a dead entity. It's consider everything a gift still.
That's right, and all you have to do is watch a little Marcus from Servant King for a good education on how that happened.
Yep.
Like we say, our face isn't on the money.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, that's a matter of fact, for those who've been coming to class for the last 5 weeks, hey, they're getting their minds right. Not many showing up, though, John. See, they're still mostly dead asleep, but that's all right. See, because I'm done bantering, I'm done ranting. Peter's going bye-bye. Peter's got bigger fish to fry. He's going to go live his life on purpose doing something else. So for those who want to get the memos, you get to come to the house. You have this one opportunity to come in by the end of the month because I'm shutting the door forever.
Well, that seems to happen a lot. There's a lot of gurus that, once they figure it out, they teach others how to do it, and it's, okay, well, I got to go now. It's time to go and follow another path. Here's the information. Great thing about the digital age, it's always recorded. It's always there for you.
Yep.
You just have to make the first step to to do it, to learn this stuff and to feel what it is to be truly free.
Yeah. I'm going to be taking all sorts of vacation time, John. It's going to be a beautiful thing because I'll be busy living life on purpose in a different way.
That's right.
So, yeah, I know everybody's probably saying, what the hell is he talking about? He's Yeah, well, you're not getting the memo if you aren't getting the memo. So come to the house. It's all changed for the better.
It's all that extra tax money you don't have to pay out.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. See, so here, yes. Let's take a look at this. It's a math equation for most of the folks. $260 one time, and then you get to come to the house and sit in the seats, the cheapest seats in the house for a full year. Because after a full year, you will Privatis.Me will have effectively given you your change of mind. You'll have so much right-minded information that you'll be able to move forward and effortlessly enjoy the rest of your life. So this is my gift to the world, John. For those who get it, the gift it's the gift that keeps on giving because it's going to cause ripple effects for those who get it because they're going to get to go live their lives on purpose and do something and affect a major change and be a part of this paradigm shift that I speak about. This is so much bigger than me, John. So much bigger than me.
Well, that's true. That's what I say. These shows will live on, and they'll be there for people. Other people who won't even hear about the show for maybe a year from now, and it'll go through the grapevine and be like, wow, and they'll hear the stuff, and get their mind right.
Yep.
And that's. But like you say, there's only so many times you can say it over and over.
Right. And I'm done. And I'm tired. Yeah. I'm tired of ranting and bantering. I have irrevocable proofs on what I speak. So I brought the proof to the table for those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, and they're going to get free. For those who think I'm crazy, fantastic. I'm going to be crazy somewhere else. It's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm talking about, John.
I do. The nucleus is clear.
Yep. The nucleus is clear. Oh, I love my nucleus so much, brother. I'm gonna love him. I'm gonna love him in a whole different way, and we'll be binded at the hip for life just through commonality.
That's right.
It's a beautiful thing. I mean, like Sister Andrea, her and I talked for about an hour earlier today, and she shared the love. She came in with no provocations, no hesitations, did all this heavy lifting, and her reward is just fixing to come forward on multiple levels, and I'm so happy that I could be a part of it. That's my ripple in the pond that I could do for somebody else.
That's right. And, these ripples will affect other people, and that's how it is, It's planting the seeds, planting the seeds of knowledge, and it is a beautiful thing, You've done your part, you've done your work, and you can feel proud about, actually wanting to do that to help people to get free and to show there is a whole different way. And until you're over the side, it's hard to explain when you're on this side of things, isn't it, Peter? It really is. It's quite a different experience.
Yeah, if you don't see what I'm seeing, come over to the house, and I'm going to give you your clarity you seek. I promise. I don't talk in vague, indescript bull crap. Peter doesn't live there. I'm the guy who breaks it down and stuck on stupid because that's where I live. That's the only way I know how to put it, John. It's like training Marines to do combat dressings. It's like, all right, I can't give them the big words. I got to give them the little words. I got to think who I'm talking to, and I got to think of my audience. So, folks, I'm going to break it down into digestible chunks you never thought possible, but you will get it. If you hang around, you come over, you're going to get it in a beautiful way. Anyways, John, boy, the time flies when you're having fun. It's 7:29.
Time for break.
Yeah. Hey, folks, go do what you're doing. You take a break. We'll be right back.
You're listening to In the Spirit of Things on I Am Free Will Radio. Join us on our Blog Talk radio station every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday night, live from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. To find all the links we mention on the show and to stay up to date about when we go live on BTR, make sure you connect with us on our social sites. Follow us on Twitter at handle Privatis.Me. You can also friend us, like us, or join our open group on Facebook by searching Privatis.Me. or by clicking on the Facebook icon on our homepage. It's really that simple.
All right, welcome back to In the Spirit of Things. I love that first song, John. You know what? I'm saying goodbye, and they say sometimes goodbye is a second chance. Well, they may get a second chance if they can find somebody right-minded in their world that's in my world, and maybe that's what that means to me, anyways. I analyze music. My mind goes to these places. This is how I come up with my paradigm shifts, with my overstandings of where I'm going, what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. It gives me the clarity I seek. That's how we created In the Spirit of Things, because I listened to the content of the songs, and it just made so much sense to my mind when it opened up. I was getting the memo. And then, we were over at Freedom Reigns for a while, but I knew I was supposed to stand outside that box as well, brother. Free will came to my mind, because every man, woman, and child has free will act and deed. So it really fit in my mind. So I try and tie in the concepts so my brothers and sisters understand where I'm coming from. I'm not wishy-washy. I didn't lose my mind. I found my mind. And I get direction of flow. I get these memos that nobody else gets. It's a very enlightening shift for Brother Peter. The right-mindedness has really come forward on so many different levels over the last, especially, John, just within the last couple of weeks. Everything is coming to ground. It's getting total clarity. I'm getting my memos, and I'm rewriting the new memos for my brothers and sisters so they don't have to suffer under the auspices of a lie anymore, and they have that choice. They have free will, and I'm giving. This is my love. I'm putting out my love.
Exactly. And, again, we iterate, people ask me all the time, they're like, well, why are you doing this stuff? Why are you getting yourself out of the system? What's so bad about it and stuff like that? Well,
they haven't suffered enough yet. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. I've definitely suffered enough in this system. That's for sure. And the thing is, we are being governed, and there are ways to govern our own affairs.
Yes, there is. That's all. Well, and that's all we can really say on that, folks.
Yeah.
And like I say, I'm not. I'll make inferments, but you have to come to my house to get the rest of the memo, and you're not going to get the rest of the memo if you don't never come to the house. I promise you, if you have the faith of a mustard seed, you get to move forward. If you don't, you're going to be ruining the day, because they are going to create a pain threshold for those that have consented and given over and stayed in that neutral capacity, because it's not really neutral to them.
Well, exactly, and this goes for courts as well.
Yep.
This goes for police. This goes for all kinds of things that do not apply to a man. And people have to realize that word "man," it's not that that simple little word that goes a man up the street. The word "man," becoming the man in court, just the man, is the most powerful thing that you can be.
And why would you know that, John? Because I think that was that road less traveled that you went down, huh?
Yes, we did. We did a good 4 months of being the man in court, and we've seen everything from we had 4 judges recuse themselves, we had prosecutors recuse themselves from our cases, we had we've been thrown in jail for 30 days and let out 5 minutes later for contempt of court. We've had all kinds of learning curves and finding the answers by the end of it, and this is again why we talk about the education. We went through this stuff. We know what it takes to stand up in their courts. We know the fear at the beginning when you don't know you have the power, and what it is to stand in the breach, and how much courage that takes. We know, we've been there. We felt that overwhelming, oh my God, what am I doing? And the greatest thing about it is when you're pulled so far down into these dark times where you think, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? And you overcome this stuff. There is nothing more freeing. There is no parachute ride or roller coaster that'll give you this enlightenment and this thrill of knowing and seeing your power being taken back from these people that you put in charge of governing, that are supposed to work for you. They're not supposed to be treating you like cattle and like slaves on a prison ship, and it's as simple as just changing the attitude in your courts and changing and knowing who you are and knowing what to say and how to present yourself, never to be represented, never to give your power away and all this kind of stuff. This is the education that we're trying to, and I went through, a very fast education. I was lucky that Peter and I and Michael and all this, we were talking long before anything happened like this, and we were already into this learning about freedom and stuff, but we still, there's a lot to learn. And we figured it out, and, we got to the point where judges, I've never seen people be more polite, and, sheriffs and, very respectful, and prosecutors telling me, these people are scared shitless of you, to be quite frank, and, not wanting anything to do with us. When we finally figured out the magic key, learning to, not only be a man, but how to file a claim as a man, and all this kind of stuff.
Yep.
And how
here's another thing, John. When they were shaking your tree, they wanted you to become the double-minded man. They wanted you to second-guess yourself. See, that, folks, it's all about the mind. It really is. If you don't mind, it don't matter to them. They wanted John to compromise his mind. And second guessing. That's how they work this. This is the Tricks is for Kids hours. John will probably never see the inside of their deals ever again because he knows who he really is. And if they want to play ball in his court, it's the king's court. He is the king of his own castle. Folks, you got to live it to overstand it, to get it. But it's all good because guess what? There's a place you can, and you got to come to my house. And, hey, brother, the next 3 weeks of my show is going to be rants to get my brothers to get the memo to come over, because if they don't, it will be lost on them forever. Literally, it will be lost on them forever because they will have no capacity to find their way out because nobody's doing what we're doing. Nobody gets what we get, and I'm not being, like I say, grandiose about any of this. We know what we know. We can prove what we know. Now you got to prove it to yourself, but you got to, you know what? So for those of you who are getting whacked, if you're paying, lots of taxes and all this other stuff, and you don't like it, well, hey, it's as simple as removing the presumptions and standing fast correctly. And the standing fast correctly is easy because your document does pretty much the heavy lifting for you, because after 30 days it stands, John. See, so for those of you who aren't getting it, you can get it when you come to the house. But you got to come to the house. So this is my last call. And folks, you'll be in the cattle call on the other side of the fence. You don't have to be the cattle or the chattel or whatever. You don't have to be the slave. I promise. If you'll have the faith of a mustard seed, you're going to learn, and you're going to get your mind right, and you're going to get your life back.
Wow, can you imagine? All these people that are all stressed out, all this debt, and all people that are scared, of police and stuff like this. Yes, respect, love, gratitude, but why are you scared? There's something wrong in our system.
Yep.
It's just. But like I say, we have to withdraw from that system, and once we withdraw, well then, next thing you know, you have the power. Next thing you know, if you're treaded on, well, hey, there's remedy. And there is no remedy as being a citizen. You can complain all you want. Hey, Peter, go ahead, complain. That's what they love you to complain.
Dead men complain, live men
file claim.
File claim, yep.
That's correct.
Why would we know this, John?
Because we've lived it. We have lived it.
Have we had any successes along the way?
Well, I haven't heard one that we haven't had a success in yet, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at Sister Cookie. 2.1 mil, I think that's a pretty good success.
That's not bad, I got my 4 children back,
Mm-hmm.
just because I knew who I was. While everyone thought we were crazy because we didn't get lawyers and all this kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know, exactly,
all the dead-in-the-head ones, well, go give over, hurry up, go hire an attorney.
Yeah,
so we can complete the nexus so we can bind you up for a hypothecation event.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm eating, John. I'm eating. I'm hungry.
Are you hungry, Peter?
Mm-hmm.
You're working out too much, brother.
I know. The machine has got to get fed.
But yeah, you know, it's we have lived it. You know, I've seen fear in judges' eyes. You know, I've seen prosecutors shaking and trembling with the stuff we brought forward, because basically what you're doing is just calling their bluff. You're calling the bluff of that you know that they are a corporation, that as a man you have committed no crime unless you've harmed someone, broken someone's stuff,
right.
You know, basically treaded against their free will. Besides that, everything else is statutes and codes.
Hey, you know what makes me laugh? Brother Zach really didn't probably totally get the total meaning when he put on my 12-minute video, the third-party debt termination video. But when he put tricks is for kids, it really is, because they think you are a child, incompetent, an imbecile. That's how they classify you. And it's so ironic that Brother Zach would say tricks is for kids when he put it on my YouTube video. It's great, man, how telling that little statement is. Yeah, you're thinking the rabbit was telling us stuff a long time ago, folks.
Well, as my one of my mentors say, Carl Lentz, he loves these courts. He says these courts are great because they are teaching you how to be a man. They will whip you and beat you until you stand up and be a man, until you've had enough. He says there's nothing wrong with those courts whatsoever if you know how to operate the courts. Yep. And it comes with an education, educated men. You know, what happened to our educated men? This used to be common knowledge to a 14-year-old boy. Mm-hmm. And, you know, there was no legalese. There was no, that's the other, you know, big trap. It's all this legalese. We are not part of the Bar Association, so we are not obligated to know any of this legalese.
Nope.
They want to try to speak, might as well be Chinese. And that's how you have to think of it. When you go into their courtrooms and they want to speak this legalese, you basically act like they're speaking Chinese. Mm-hmm. I do not understand. Yep. You know, I do not understand why I've been brought here. I do not understand legalese. I do not contract. I do not injure any party. What is the claim? And it changes the whole paradigm when you start requiring a common law court. You know, when they've brought you into a statute court. And these little words that I'm saying have a lot of power. When you require, when you press a court, when all these kind of things. This is common law speak, and there's legalese speak, and there's common law speak, and that's the thing. The little things you need to know. That's why it's all paperwork when you have to deal with their courts and all this kind of stuff. It's just paperwork,
yeah,
and nothing in there, and nothing said in their courtroom.
Right. Your brother. You got binded up and you had to go. But you know what? We do have solutions that don't require you to go to court, that if you operate correctly, you'll not see the inside of a court. If you can remove presumptions and consents and stuff, because they have no capacity to deal with you.
That's correct, because that's it. You know what I mean? Like if it would have been a situation of you know, just myself involved, but no, these guys trespassed by way of robbery and robbed me of my living heirs.
Yep.
And you know, so it was basically piracy, bringing me into their courtrooms and all this kind of stuff. But see, the great thing about what I did was I learned about the notice process. I learned about putting these notices in the public eye.
Where the hell did you learn that stuff?
Where did I learn that from, Brother Peter? Brother Michael?
Go figure. Privatis.Me. Gee, go figure. Folks, we might actually know what the hell we're talking about over here. Like I say, John, I'm gonna banter and rant a little bit. These will be the last weeks of my rants and all this. But you know, hey, folks, get the damn memo. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I love you enough to share this memo with you. You don't have to be a hypothecation event. And I've been saying this for months and months, but I'm almost done speaking, John. And the only people I'm going to be speaking to is my brothers and sisters that love me and show me the love. See, they got to take an action on their own behalf. That's called basically stepping out in faith. You know what? You don't have to have faith in me. Have faith in yourself, because I promise you can learn what we teach. It's not complex. If I was just a Navy doc, hanging around with my Marine brothers and I can figure it out, I ain't smarter than the rest of you. I'm just
Peter.
diligent.
It's kind of like if you really got to think of Privatis like riding a bike. At first, it's a little hard and stuff like that, but once you start grasping it, it's like, whoa, I can't believe I didn't know this stuff earlier. And that's kind of how it is, and then it's just second nature to you. You can jump on
then you're doing the jumps, and you're doing the neat little gigs,
right?
and you're learning. You're doing the double daffy like on skis and all this other crap, Yeah.
Right. So
when you're comfortable in your own skin, go figure.
That's right. You have to realize that no one is allowed to trespass upon you, and you have to know how to, enforce that.
I'm really happy that this is my blessing to the world, brother, and I'm telling you, it is a blessing. My blessing is that I've been able to throw my rock in the pond and create my ripple effects, because they are going to be felt throughout. Like I say, those that get it, they're really going to get it. Those that don't, they're really not. It's really, and I want all my brothers and sisters to get it, but the time is nigh. I have bigger fish to fry. I always use food vernacular, do I not, John?
Well, like I say, Peter, we've all come here to experience what we've come here to experience. Those who need to get it and who want to get that vibration will get it. Those who don't need to get it this trip won't get it, and that's fine, But, at least you can say you added a little bit more positive to the world. You gave people back their power, and that seed, like I say, it will grow now. It will always grow.
Hey, brother, this is called the benefits of love. I got to tell you what, the love bomb has blown up in my house. It's coming forward. It's making me not so hard as a man. It's made me. I got to look down at my cross sometimes, see, make sure and do it. I got to do a check. Wait a minute. No, I know I had something there before. But anyways, no, it's good to be soft, brother, because I'm still hard. See, it's soft is. It's not so necessarily soft. It's having the right spirit, the right heart. That's all this is. It's just my mind got it, and so now I get to share this with all those who really get what I'm trying to put out. And like I say, if you let your fear control you, you're done, and you don't have to. Like I say, folks.
Well, it's funny, all those guru videos are out there and all this kind of stuff, but there's nowhere where you can actually go and download the forms that they used, or what wording do I use, and videos are all great and all that kind of stuff, but they're not going to show you how to do it.
Yeah, and we went one step further. Now they don't even have to help. That brother, all we got to do is type within the lines, and I'm going to do a special class on Thursday for all full members. Yep, that memo only goes out to full members that get to sit at the seat. And it's ironic, John, and I'm going to share this. I've been doing these Thursday night calls for months now, and I'm lucky if I get 22 right-minded people to come to the table. So you know what? I'm shutting the table down. Not for the ones that are already in, but the ones who are standing on the outside looking in, and that's all they'll be able to do. And it's a sad state of affairs, because I really didn't want it to go this way, but it's the way it's supposed to go. See, because not everybody is supposed to get it. But those who come, I promise they will get it. Those that stay at home, stay at home. Go back to Dancing with the Stars, and you're going to be, like I say, binded up on a whole different level that they're going to be unparalleled to none. The whole point, brother.
Well, it's definitely not going to get less taxes. It's definitely not going to go less laws and less statutes and less codes that you're going to violate. It's definitely not. The food's definitely not going to start getting better with less GMOs, and the vaccines aren't going to get less poisonous, and these educations, are the foundation building blocks. You got to know how to heal your body. You got to know how to operate as a man. You've got to have your mind right and your spirit right. And that's where else can you get that? There's nowhere that you can get all of that kind of information.
Yep, because what, brother? I've seen all the other websites out there, and I do troll. I'm a troller. And I'm looking to see who's right-minded like Brother Pete, who's getting my memos, who's getting the memo. You have people like over at in 5D. It was ironic that Michael put on the front page of, the mind, body, spirit, the breakdowns, and the beautiful tie-ins. And then in 5D decided to do their own show called Mind, Body, Spirit, but there's no solutions over there. Nothing personal. There's just no solutions. What are you? You know what's happened, John? Everybody's waiting on somebody else to come save them. Guess what? You're waiting. You're going to be waiting a long time because it's sort of like that guy who goes out in a boat. The water's rising, and the Creator sends. He sends him he's up on the top of the roof. The water's rising. He sends him a life vest. He says, "No, I'll wait. I don't need a life vest. The Creator's going to save me." Well, then they're going to go. Then the next one comes. They send a tugboat to come pick him up, and he says, "Oh no, no problem. I'll wait for the next ride or whatever." Anyways, then the third ride comes. It's a helicopter, and he says, "No, I'm sure somebody else is going to be coming for me," and they decline that one too. So they got 3 lifelines, and then they wonder why they drown. So they get up to the pearly gates talking to Peter, and they said, "Hey, I thought you were going to save me. Well, hey, I sent you a life jacket, a tugboat, and a dadgum helicopter, and your dumbass didn't take none of the lifelines. You were supposed to save yourself. You had to take an action."
Yeah, well put.
That's part of getting your mind right. If you're waiting for somebody to come save you, they're not here. You are your rescuer. Anyways,
exactly.
Why do I get it?
Yeah, exactly. You are your own rescuer.
Yep.
Exactly. You are the I am. That it's as simple as that. Do not give your power to those outside of yourself. And once you learn that first rule, it is almost like the universe rewards you. Once you get it and see the synchronicities, it's like you say, Peter. You can't stop the information. We've learned so much information that 1,000 people won't know in a lifetime.
Yep.
And we think, well, what else can we learn after this? And it's amazing, isn't it, Peter? The stuff that just and life changing, just like you want the world to know this stuff, right?
Yeah, I know. I've been giving it away freely, and I guess the price tag is too steep at free, so they're going to love $260. It's all good, but like I say, it's not about the damn money, because what you're going to get back tenfold is being unencumbered on all these taxes. Yes, folks, what I can teach will traverse everything, but you're not going to get to the big bridge until you get to my little bridges. So you have to go over my little bridges, and I'm going to make you go over my little bridges because I want to know that you're competent. I don't want my brothers and sisters going out and screwing themselves up by stupidity because they didn't know who they were. They weren't willing to come to the plate. If you have an arguing and a warring mentality, you don't belong at my house because none of us argue. We're all love, harmony, and peace, and it really is.
And the greatest thing about the nefarious ones is they do lie. So it's very easy to con you back into contracting with them when they lie to you and tell you falsities and all this kind of stuff if you don't know who you are.
Yeah.
When they play their little games and stuff like this, if you don't know how to send back their contracts and basically no.
Oh yeah, I held the brother's hand. I held the brother's hand today. They sent him some love, and I said you need to send them back. You don't want the present, so I told him exactly what to write and be right-minded. And is open by mistake as well. And I said, hey, brother, that takes care of that. You have to remove the presumption, and that's a very easy way to do it. It's so simple, even a Peter can get it. He read box. Anyways,
he read box.
I had him read box their document because the content of the document isn't what they're saying. The content is what you're writing across it when you return the presentment. And you have basically removed the presumption that you gave over a contract, and you're sending it registered mail back to the county clerk so she can get her mind right. And they got no joinder, bro.
That's right.
Go figure.
That is right. Yep.
Why would I know that, John? So I told my brother everything should be fine. They might try and send you another love letter. That's fine. The next one you get, it's so simple. All you do is undeliverables address, put a little sticky on there, refuse, because we found out by putting return to sender, guess what? Because once it got in your possession, you became the sender, right? That's why they always they try and bring it back. But, I mean, I've never had that problem over here, but I started using that technology correctly. The Sister Cookie covered it. See, I got some sharp blades in my drawer, brother. They're all over the place. And they share the love, and they give us specifics to put things to bed. Anyways, 7:03 will have to wait until after break, because guess what, John? We're almost at the break. Hey, folks, go do what you do when you take a break. we're just getting warmed up. Anyways.
And any callers that are on, we'll take a call after the break
right.
there,
That's it.
and bring you forward. Okay.
Yep. Anyways, it's all a beautiful thing. Anyways, folks, go do what you do when you take a break. We'll be right back. Thank you.
VerdictProductions.com, providing high-quality visual appeal for websites, videos, custom designs, and animation. We can design custom logos, animated images, banners and ads for your website, and even t-shirt designs. Have a video project you want to put on YouTube? Our professional video software will have you up on the web in no time. Visit VerdictProductions.com today and send us your project for a free quote. Lowest prices on the net guaranteed.
I guess I am.
You are unmuted.
Unmuted. Hey, welcome, folks, to In the Spirit of Things. And you have this downhill slide of our blog talk shows, so enjoy them while you can, because there will be no forthcoming information over here anymore, but there will be still at Privatis.Me for my full members who really come to the house. So you're going to want to go get your seat, because Privatis.Me really is going totally private. We will not be operating in the public side. There will be no join free spots anymore. I've already done all the heavy lifting, and I guess apparently it's not good for Peter to keep his lights on. But hey, I've come out the other side, John, and this is a new direction of flow. There's only so many people that are going to be getting through this front door. I'm shutting the game down, but not for those who are already here. See, I will never throw my brothers that had showed the heart and come over to my house to start with. They are going to get the benefits beyond reproach. They're going to be very happy campers going down this road here in the near future.
Yeah, I just bite my
bite your tongue. Yeah, it's all good. Folks, yeah, I do know something you don't. Yes, and that's why. Like I say, the cat's staying in the bag, and it's going to stay in the bag forever in the public. So, but it's all good. I'm feeling direction of flow, John, at the speed of sound. So many good things coming. But like I say, hey, I want to get and share a little bit. I guess we have a 703 call. Let's take that, and then I'll rant on some other stuff. And
all right, sounds good.
Let's share the love.
703, if you want to come on forward.
Hello, Lucy. I'm home. I guess 703 don't want to play ball. Can you see your computer,
Hello?
John?
703? Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. They might not be around. Maybe they're still on break.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they're on break. Yeah, that's right. I told them to go do what they do on break. Maybe they're doing something. Maybe they're exercising. I don't know. Anyways, it's all good. Anyways, John, this is where, like I say, this beautiful nucleus that was created over here at this house, Andrea, Zach, Susan, Michelle, yourself, myself, Dan, Michael, Roseanne, Dana. See, these are who I call the heavy lifters of my life because they showed the love without any expectation of return. See, that's called having the right heart and the right mind. And you know what? Their houses are going to be blessed. All of our houses are going to be blessed in a whole different way because we gave over unselfishly. We brought forward good intent. And see, when you operate in 100% good intent, it always comes back as good intent, brother, and it is.
Oh, I've seen it time and time again. It's ridiculous, especially when negative things happen in your life. If you don't give in to that negative and just keep a positive attitude, you see it all the time. You just see these people that are just happy, and you wonder why. They just stay positive and stuff like that. Well, you see why, because the universe does reward you. Even like I say, when the nasty, horrible things happen in this world, some of the greatest things will come forward at that time. It seems, we need to hit those negatives sometimes to appreciate the absolute positives that can come from these things. And we don't ever get to experience that unless we go down those dark trails sometimes. And I've definitely living proof. I've had the most blessed souls I could possibly imagine come forward and help us in our time of need. And now I'm doing the same. I've got emails left and right every day now. People wanting help and how to do things, and it's great. It's great to be able to pay it forward.
Yeah,
that's how we're all supposed to be.
Yeah, right. See, this is called going with the right mind and the right heart in the spirit of things. When you give forward without an expectation, like I say, I've put my heart on my sleeve. I put my butt out there, and I wish I could, but I can't save anybody. They got to save themselves. But at least I've been blessed to be able to give proper direction of flow and help others along the way. On the medical side of this, on your issues, on these other issues. It's. I didn't know what was going to become of this. I didn't know I was good. Brother, now I'm in a whole new direction. I never thought in a million years that I'd be shutting Privatis.Me down from the public, but I am. And because, you know what, they're not ready, and that's sad. But those that are ready...
Well, and that's the thing, you've reached a pinnacle now in the last few weeks that, it can be very dangerous for those in the wrong hands and those who don't know who they are, and you're completely right. We have been saying right from the beginning, Privatis is always expanding, always looking for new truths, and you just happen to find the Holy Grail of truth. So,
yeah, we got the big enchilada. Anyway, it's all good. But they have the big enchilada if they come in the door. See, guess what? The right-minded ones will. They're right-minded. That's the point. And guess what? So when they get the memos, like I say, the new 8-week curriculum that's still in flux. We have week 6 and 7 coming up. Week 8 is beautiful, and it's ironic the Circle of Eights is coming to pass on the 8th week, and it's those beautiful 8 videos from Servant King from Brother Marcus, because he nails it. But only those with eyes to see and ears to hear will get that memo. And be able to make heads or tails of not the code, but the riddle.
Basically, what he's saying. It takes patience and getting your learn on to comprehend this kind of stuff and to see what happened. And once you see what happens, then you can, like I say, clean it up and remove all these assumptions and learn how to take over your estates as a man. This is what we're saying, just stand as a man, take back your power, and you need the education, though. You need to know how you got there, and that's, why we say, sometimes you need to turn the light on. You see a bunch of grime and a bunch of evil, but, once you see it, then you can clean it up, and you can move forward, and that's what we need to know. You need to know how we got here.
Yeah, well, I brought out that big-ass flashlight, Joe.
You definitely did.
Yeah, remember what I talked to you?
It's sparkling here now.
Oh, it's a beautiful
I've got
flashlight.
white walls everywhere, and you can eat off the floor.
Yeah. Well, when you put the flashlight over in that court system, cockroaches will scamper,
That's correct. They definitely, we've had so many people come forward too. With just the whole 180 with these judges. They walk into these courtrooms and they're just going through people one after another. And when we type people stand up and say what we say, it's all of a sudden they don't want to be in the courtrooms, or they don't want to deal with. They want to get us out. They want to postpone things to other days. They want to, they want to recuse themselves. They want, like, all this kind of crazy stuff. It's absolutely, like I say, very empowering. This is, it can only happen with an education.
Yep.
And, I got my education pretty fast, at a 3,000 mile per hour drop, and I had to learn it. And, I was up 16, 18 hours a day, Peter, for 4 or 5 months, me and Jesse, and that was it. We ate, slept, and we literally ate once a day because we were so busy with paperwork and learning and getting our mind right, because, this was our life we were trying to get back. and we wouldn't wish this on anybody. And I was like, well, I'm glad that we figured it out, because we got to teach others how to do this, because we can't have these corporations do this to people. They could have very well done it to us too, if we didn't know who we were. We would have, lawyered up and played their game. They'd still be up our ass right now doing their thing and trying to judge us and, tell us what to do. And, we didn't consent. It's one thing to have an agency come and help you and consent to their help, but it's another thing when they force their will upon you, especially as a man. You know what I mean? That's as a citizen, well, so be it. You signed up for that.
Yep.
But when you distinguish yourself from the citizenship and reclaim your manhood, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, and like I say, it's I'll tell you, brother. I'm already seeing over these horizons. I'm over the next valley to the next, and someday in the near future, I'm hoping that I get to meet with this outer nucleus as well as the inner nucleus, and we all get to come together at a meeting place and have a blast, because brother, everybody's going to get to come to my house at one point in the future that got right-minded with this.
Party at Peter's.
Party, yeah. Hey, it'll be a great time for all. It's brother, I already see it happening. It's already happening. I see it, I speak it, and it's sort of like having, brother, I didn't have a place to put my feet yesterday or the day before yesterday. I knew I was leaving here, but I didn't know where I was going to land, and I got my mind right and had the thought, and then I decided to verbalize the thought and bring it forward because it came to my head. I know most people think I'm nuts, but hey, folks, I have a place to land now on the other side, and somebody showed the love. See, now that's the love. See,
do you have a synchronicity, Peter?
What the hell? Yeah, I don't know. And well, look at we got this 8-week course, and it's ironic that brother Marcus has 8 videos, because I wasn't sure what I was going to do for the last curriculum class, and I was thinking on it. I had to ponder. See, I don't rush. But when I get clarity of thought, it all comes to me. And then today, this afternoon, I'm just standing around with my thumb on my butt, and not really, but anyways, I just got to thinking outside the box, and I said, I need an 8-week curriculum class, and I'm trying to say.
And 8 is the sign for infancy,
infinity, I think.
Sorry.
Yeah,
there you go.
Michelle and I had a conversation on that today. So, welcome to my new normal. So here we go. In order to get to the other side, you got to go watch those 8 on the 8th class. So, hey, folks, it won't take you 8 weeks to get through them. If you haven't gone through the first one, you can. Hell, they're only an hour and a half calls.
Myself, you're talking about the Marcus ones or the calls?
No. My calls are only about an hour and a half, but they still have information they got to go through. So it's going to be that you could probably do one a day. So if you were really motivated, you could probably go through 8 days and get through 8.
Unless you're a freak like us, and then we'll listen to them all per day for the next 3 days.
Well, I think if somebody tried to go through 8 in 8 days, they'd probably go into psychogenic shock because their mind wouldn't believe what they're fixing to roll through. That's why we break it down in digestible chunks, 1 week at a time. If you're motivated and can handle the truth, then you get to go move faster. So there's no cut and dry time frame on the 8 weeks. You can do the 8 weeks in 8 days, or you can do it in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or in a month. But you have to go down this path. I created this path, John, for direction of flow. If you don't understand what I mean by direction of flow, you will get it, folks, if you start from the beginning. You're not allowed to go to the 8th class. You got to go to the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th. Go in the order that I presented. I get clarity when I put things together. This is how I feed. You can see when you come to my buffet table, if you go and you see all this beautiful food and you try and eat it all at once, it's like trying to eat an elephant. You know, you can't eat an elephant but one scoop at a time.
So you're basically saying you can't be a 6-year-old trying to go to university.
Yeah, right. Well, no, not only that, but I'm just saying you can't go gorge yourself. You'll go, your body will shut down. You know what I'm saying? So, get your salad plate and get your forks and get your napkins, and then go eat one course at a time. Don't do all 8 courses at the same sitting. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really anyway. So when I created this is the direction of flow. So if you're not getting my memo about the 8, and right now they're posted free, John. After the 1st of August, they're going into hiding. I'm taking my curriculum off the face page, no access, and only full members get that's exactly. They got to go through Peter University for 8 weeks, as well as come to the classes on Thursday night. And I promise if they just follow the bouncing ball, they're going to have clarity unparalleled to none in short order, not in 8 years. And anyway, so that's the point. We're the creators of our own domain, and we move this thing forward, and it is right-minded all the way across the board. There's no contradictions in my house.
There you go.
No see that, folks? That's what happens when you get out in the world. Though they got nothing but contradictions, double-minded bullcrap.
Well, that's the thing. It's all about the confusion, and now I understand it. That's why I understand why there's so much confusion in religion. There's so much confusion in finance and all this kind of stuff in politics, because they need to keep you confused. Because if you ever figured this out, well, geez, you'd be like members of Privatis.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's going to be a very elite club or membership because it's and I'm going to keep the door open, but it's only going to be by invite after the first.
Well, let's not say elite, because we are definitely not elitist.
Right. Okay.
But right-minded members, definitely, who are sick of being dominated by these elites.
Right, exactly. Yeah, we're not of their mindset. We're not warring. We don't want to control anybody. We just want to be free and unencumbered.
Exactly.
And that's what you're going to get when you come over to my house, free and unencumbered.
What more do you want? You know, it's we all talk about freedom and how free we are until we get pulled over.
Yeah.
And or we don't pay our taxes, or we think we're free, we think we own stuff.
Well, here's some irony for you. July 4th. Come on. Yeah. And brother, I'm working Thursday. There will be a Privatis.Me full members class on Thursday. I'm not taking a holiday, but I will be taking one in July, the last week of July, since I'm in transition and in flux, because somebody's sharing the love, and I got to go meet up with them and get right-minded and start on my next trek that I'm going, which is to the land of milk and honey, I guess, for lack of a better term. It's going to be a new day. I feel the new day coming. It's already here.
Are you excited? Are we having fun yet?
Brother, I'm beside myself. I got to pinch myself. And these freeloading cats are standing out on my porch getting the free ride. Won't be getting one much longer because I'm leaving. I'm leaving them with my next door neighbors. I'm talking to her right now, Claudia. She's looking at me and she just flipped me the bird. She didn't flip me the bird. She's really nice. She shows me the love, brings me a cucumber and tomato every now and then. And,
nice.
That's a right-minded neighbor, you know.
Yes, exactly.
And I share the love back. I've helped her out on other issues.
I take it your next community is going to be a pretty open-minded community as well.
Yeah. Well, I hope so. Well, they're going to. Well, guess what? The ranch shows are done, John. After this month, we're done. We won't. So I said I would hold your hand and flash that flashlight until you got out the other side, and I stood fast as a man of my word. My word is my bond.
Did. You certainly did.
And
right from the beginning, you were on my side, and it was the wind that we needed definitely to keep us strong, because in the truth. You leave a lot of people who don't want to know the truth. There's a lot of people just want to be blissfully unaware, and that's fine.
And I'm leaving them behind.
Exactly.
Now,
but you were there. You, Michael, Greg, Carl, like all you guys were there from the beginning by my side, and these many hours and hours and hours and days and days and days we worked together, and we won. It wasn't a battle. It was about going to peace.
Yep.
And now they know that we know, and we know that they know.
Yep.
And it's a nice little, it's how it should be.
Yep.
They have respect for a man because he knows who he is, and they know not to tread on this one.
Yep.
This one's aware.
It reminds me of the Cramden, the honeymooners. Now, Norton. Now, I know that you know that I know that you know. All right, stop. Anyways, I love the honeymooners. They used to make me laugh.
Yeah. And that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's like, they realize that I know what cards they're carrying, and they know that I'm always carrying.
Yeah, they got all the four. They got all jokers, and you got nothing but the ace of hearts.
Exactly.
Anyways, it's fun. Anyways, do we have any callers in the queue?
We do. We have caller area code 856.
All right. We got 7 minutes till break, so bring them on in and we can show the love.
Hey, Peter. Hey, John. How you doing? It's George from New Jersey. What's going on?
Hey, George from Jersey. Hey, how about go park the car?
George from Jersey. Yeah, man. It's me. Yeah, I've been right-minded for a while here ever since I've been researching this stuff. And I just want to ask a question, Peter. I sent out my money orders according to the directions, and then it was 13 June. I sent you a couple emails on it, and I'm just wondering how long should I wait, and what do you suggest I do?
Yeah, well, I mean, they should have been here by now. If you sent them on the 13th of June, they must be taking the slow train to Podunk. And I do live in Podunk, but
I know, so do I.
Well, I'll tell you what. After the phone call, are you on my Skype or are you on my email?
I got you on my Skype. Yeah.
All right, let's Skype afterwards, and
Roger that.
We'll take a look, and maybe we have to do a trace on this for you, because there should be a trace on anything that goes out like that, right?
Yeah, okay, yeah. And I sent it to, on the address and so on and so forth, care of, blah, 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 the general post office address.
Right, I've always, it always gets here in the private, but
right on.
I'll tell you what, we'll let's get together up after the show, and
sounds cool.
We'll see if we can't get some direction of flow on this and put it to bed so we can get you at the buffet table.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I definitely want to eat from it because I'm tired of playing the game. I'm not a Tricks for Kids fan.
Yeah, well, brother,
I live in a black and white world. I don't live in a gray world. It's either up, down, on, off, left, right. It's real simple for me.
Well, it's going to get a whole lot better at my house, and I can't explain why here, but you'll get my memo. It's a beautiful thing, brother. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I know. I've read, and I sent you some WinRAR documents today too. I don't know whether they'll help all our brothers and sisters, or whether you have them all, or they probably do because they contain certain things, and that are pertinent to the private.
Yep.
So check your email maybe, and throw them out, delete them, do whatever you want to do with them, spread them around. John and Michael can look at them.
Yep.
Whatever. I mean,
we eat. Well, that's one thing good about.
I just want to spread the love.
My door. Yeah, if it fits, I use it. If it doesn't fit, I don't.
Right on.
So that's what you gotta love. With Michael and I, with our deductive reasoning skills, we know what fits and what doesn't. That's the part of the right-minded capacities.
And just helping each other, man.
Yep, that's it. We don't want nobody going down the wrong road.
Right. That's. I've had them for a while. I've looked at them and I've said, man, where do I start? And I had your site bookmarked last February, and I have so many bookmarks. I have like a mega bookmarks that I'm going through on a daily basis. So I'm kind of laid off right now. So this is all I do all day long.
Very good.
I sit there and I study and I read and I fall asleep at my computer. Then I restart the video again, and then I restart again, and then I go upstairs another cup of coffee, and then do it all over again. But
very good. Well, have you started that curriculum class? Have you followed that?
Oh yeah, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a lot of it is reinforcing stuff that I've already read and studied and researched, but I'll go through it again and again and again until it's ingrained.
Yeah, well,
so it's like the back of my hand.
And I put it together as a sort of simplistic, not that.
Yeah.
Because I know for some people it may be redundant, but for the masses as a whole, it's not. They've never seen it.
It's not. I understand. It's like they're going like, "What the heck is this?" What is he? Yeah, he's nuts. Because that's when I first found out about this, I called in several weeks ago and I said. I found out about the general scam and the general positions of yourself, the dead, the this, a birth certificate, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
And I was like, I couldn't sleep for 3 days. I was amazed. I was sitting here, I was going, this can't be true. And I said it before, I found out about one link It was on a Ron Paul site. Not that there is no really political sides here. They're all just doing business.
Well, there is for the state of D.C.
The 10 square miles and such, and never mind.
Kurt.
But anyway, for them guys there is. But like I was saying, I looked at that and there was a link there, and it said, you paid off your mortgage the day you signed a promissory note, and I was like, what? And that link led to where I'm at now on this call, like I said a few weeks ago when I was on the call. That was the thing that opened my eyes, because it was link at Rod class, and I went on and on and on and on, and it never stops. And now I'm just obsessed with it because it's the right thing to do. Period. End of story.
And the beautiful part is this, brother. I'm not taking you down the primrose path. I'm taking you down the direct path. There's no there's no detour here, brother. It's direct. I can't get more direct than what I've created, except for, I do have one more direct path, but that bridge is a big bridge, and we're going to do the little bridges first. And when my brothers when I know they're right-minded, brother, their blessings are going to be exponential on a whole different level. And
is it the DL path or the driver's license path, or is it beyond?
It'll be better than that. I can't talk about it, brother.
Understood.
On the public.
Understood. I kind of know. I kind of thinking. Kind of thinking along those lines.
Just stand fast that I know something nobody else knows.
Right on. Right on. I'm with you.
I'm from the I know me state, not the show me state.
Right on. Like I said, I'm a sponge. I'm a dry sponge, man. Water me.
You will get watered, brother. It's all good. I love it.
We're in the age of Aquarius now anyway, right?
Yeah. Gee, I was born February. You got to love it. Go figure. Peter at the helm from the Admiralty. I came over from the USS Never Sail and went to dry dock,
Right on. And I like to tell everybody, if anybody goes to the Privatis.Me Facebook page, make sure you click on the 10 Commandments video. Watch that Bill Donahue guy.
Yeah.
He's the bomb.
Yeah, he's the bomb, brother.
And Servant King Marcus, I watched them. I'm through the second. I went through all 8. I'm through the second one up to the 4th one now. Second time
Very
through.
Good. Well, brother, guess what? You are in my house, and you are direction of flow. So guess what, brother? You're going to make a ripple in the pond. I already see it happening.
I hope so, man, because all I want to do is share, because I'm tired of being pent up, and I know these things, and I get frustrated, passionately frustrated like you do. Why doesn't anybody else see this?
And that's why, hey, brother,
what do I have to do?
Yeah. Well, have you heard the call? I'm shutting the Privatis.Me down.
That's why I'm calling and asking where my membership is at, because I'm on this train.
Yep. I'll correspond with Brother Michael. Like I said, we'll get together after the call. We'll figure this out, brother. Ain't nothing but a thing. It's traceable. It's all good. They can track. It's all good. Anyways, it's our break time, by the way.
All right.
Brother, if you want to, I'll catch you after the call. Yep.
On Skype, right on.
We love you, brother. Thank you for coming to the...
All right, hey, man, thank you guys, man. Press on.
All right, you got it. All right, folks, hey, guess what? We're all going to do what we do at break. Everybody go to break. We'll be right back. Downhill slide.
Very good.
Privatis.Me. No longer do we need to hire lawyers, worry about past debt, or count on doctors to fix our health problems. Privatis.Me, specializing in real education about the legal system, administratively eliminating your past debt, and teaching you simple, natural ways to restore your health. Join today for free. Learn how to live in private and allow yourself to overcome and stop living in fear. Become a paid member and receive your custom debt termination package for free with your own seals and coat of arms. Privatis.me. Privatis.me. Take a walk on the private side.
All right, welcome back to the Downhill Slide, folks. Yep, we're in our farewell mode already. 3 weeks. We're straight into the month of July, and yep, I'm figuring probably by my last show will probably be. I'm looking at a calendar. It'll probably be the 24th, somewhere in there. So I'll be bidding adieu. But for those who are in the nucleus, hey, guess what? It just got a whole bunch better. I'm cutting all the baggage from my life so that I can move to the next level, because that's what I'm being directed to do. I actually listen to my mind, John. Go figure.
A great mind you have, Peter.
Yeah, it's a beautiful mind, you know. When you, I'm no longer conflicted, John. I have this new direction of flow. So I love my brothers and sisters. I wish I could stick around in the public side, but I got to go to the private. That's where we're going. That's what we've been trying to teach. We have arrived, brother. As far as the heavy lifting is done, it really is. I told Michael, hey, we are going to the next level, and it's going to be a whole hell of a lot easier. So don't sweat the small stuff. We will not be creating anything else except our way out. So we're done. Brother Michael and has put so many hours into this thing. And
he's a machine.
I mean, he is Michael the machine. Yeah. Go figure. And Peter the machine too.
You are, brother.
But I'm going to be a new machine, and it's going to be beautiful. I will not have to be binded up by multiple calls all week, and I won't be dealing with a bunch of questions except for over at the house on Thursdays. And I may create a second night or a second class to accelerate for those that are really ready, and I may have an advanced class. So I'll have the fundamentals class, and for those who are already sort of been down some of the paths with the direction of flow because they're in the loop, you know what, John, guess what I'm doing?
What are you doing, Peter?
My mind just told me I got to do an accelerated class for those that can keep up with the pace with Brother Peter. I was a marathon runner, by the way. Go figure, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there are always those who are eager to learn and want to learn, and I like to refer to them as information junkies when it comes to this kind of stuff. I'm definitely one of them. I can't learn enough stuff, different topics. Always want to learn something, especially things that people think that you can't learn. Those are my favorite topics.
Yep. Yeah. Well, hey, brother, I'm going to be the pace setter. So, yep, you know what? I thought it, thereby it is, John. I'm going to the accelerated class. I'm going to have I already, this is what I'm trying to tell you, John. This is what's happening in my world. Every time I have a thought and I act upon it, it's supposed to be. It's beautiful. You can't make this shit up.
I'm just in the middle of downloading some very interesting court files right at the moment that Michael just posted. We bring those forward too on the site here, I'm very sure.
Very nice.
And very exciting stuff. As history, a man in federal court as a man, and excellent information.
Yeah, well, John, how come all this stuff keeps coming through our door? It's like, can you say direction of flow?
Well, we are the center of trying to bring this all forward. There are no egos here at Privatis.
Nope.
And, if someone has an idea they wish to bring forward, we'll hear you out. And
yeah, because we don't know it all, folks. We're the first ones to tell you we don't know it all. But I'll tell you what, we are direction of flow, and if we can't figure it out, I'll tell you what, I'll be surprised because there's not too much that we can't put two and two together on because that's where we live, John. Here we go with the twos. I've been dealing with twos, these numbers, these parallels. Two is the builder. It's Michelle enlightened me on the number twos. And every time I turn around, I'm getting 22'd to death in a good way. Talk about irony, brother. You can't make this crap up. It's like hey, like I say, the 8. So I'm going to do the 8 videos on the 8th class to close out the curriculum. It's I didn't know it until I knew it, and then all of a sudden.
You knew it.
I said, wow, okay, hey, I got this. I haven't created, because I knew I wanted to create for the 8th week, paralleling mind, body, spirit, and guess what Brother Marcus does? He parallels mind, body, and spirit, but in those 8 videos in a different context, and he explains it in a whole different way than Brother Peter would, but it fits. So when it fits, brother, I got to do it.
Exactly. It feels right. Bring it forward. And exactly. That was a great call. It's great to hear the advanced students, calling and giving and sharing their experience and what they're learning and how excited they are because this stuff is very exciting. I could have stopped, months ago, and I'd done my little, rigmarole. But
right, you could have gone. Hey, John, you could have gone back to sleep after you had your come out the other side and say, okay, good, now I can get back to life.
Done,
no. Now you're on the accelerated course.
That's right.
And guess what, brother? You're going to get all my memos. Hell, you're going to help me rewrite these memos. That's what's going to happen.
You know it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm eating and sleeping this stuff. And I'm learning constantly learning, and every day I'm improved, and because I want to be sure, I want to know my stuff. I want to not have any problems. I want to be able to be free and know the games and the tricks, and you can never know enough. It's a great thing. I am finding the more I learn, the simpler it is, of course. But you definitely have to, go through those dark patches sometimes, and to really get your learn on. And luckily, a lot of our members don't have to come through the dark path. They've seen enough other people go through the dark path that know, well, I better learn some of this stuff too, because I don't want to have any of these problems. And
I know, that's what I tell people. Hey, folks, learn from my experience, and that's a beautiful thing. See, that's a really smart. When you learn from your own experiences, is great. When you learn from somebody else's, that's priceless. It's beautiful.
Well, and that's some of the smartest or most intelligent way to be. We've learning from other people's mistakes. It's one thing to dig it all out yourself and all that, and that's great and all. But you get focused on that one topic, that one subject, that one piece of the puzzle.
Right.
But when you're open-minded and you're able to look at everybody's work and see, how they got there, what the mistake they made, even in people's mistakes, you learn things.
Yep.
And we're not afraid to definitely get information from all over, and take out what works, what doesn't, what's the disinformation, and what's the real information.
Yep.
And
called sifting the wheat from the chaff, John.
Exactly.
That's what see, when you have the smartest blades in your drawer, guess what? Everybody, I sent out a post today. I said, let's everybody chew on this. I have direction of flow in my mind, and when I see something that might be of substance, I like to share the love with my other sharpest blades in the drawer, so we all can get some clarity together.
Exactly.
And
that's the thing, right? That's what we're always saying. It's always about together, because the more of us that know this stuff, the better our world can be. When people actually start owning their property and all this kind of stuff, that alone would change the world. Because, like I say, no one owns what they think they own.
Yep, that's right. That's all right. It's presumption removal time, and everybody can get a pay raise if they come over to my house. I'll give everybody a pay raise. I can pretty much guarantee the pay raise if you'll follow my bouncing ball. If you want a pay raise and you want to start on consenting and removing presumptions, you're going to get a pay raise. But see, if you do it out of just pure greed and don't have any capacity to learn, the pay raise is you're going to go back to sleep. See, because it's more than just about the pay raise, folks. It's I'm going to remove the pain, that thorn in your ass that's sitting in it right now, because it's going to sit there for a long time and fester and get infected. I'll remove the thorn. I'll put some salve on it, and I'll doctor you up and help you get your mind right, so you don't continually have that thorn in your butt. I'm going to help you pull it out. Sort of like the lion in the paw, with the lion's paw. He's got a thorn, and he's grateful for the one who pulls it out. I can remove the pain. I can help you remove the pain. You're going to do the...
Hey, Peter, let's just go on the road and we'll just start having seminars.
Oh, I know. I thought that, but that's in the public. I thought that... I see, brother. I think it... and if it's... I don't feel it's right-minded. I just... I throw it out the door as soon as Dutch says, okay, that doesn't make sense. That's the public. I can't do a Winston Shrout tour.
Yeah.
And my...
Well, how about a special appearance for Privatis members?
There you go.
There we go.
That we can do. Yeah, we can. We're gonna have a housewarming.
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
You got it. Yeah, we're gonna have a housewarming party with Peter, because I want to meet the love from my brothers and sisters across the land when we start moving the train out of the station. And it's coming. It's a beautiful thing. It's really. That's all I can say. For those, folks, if you're not getting my memos, you better. You can sign up for free for a minute, but You'll have those that sign up for free.
So what's the date on the last of the free memberships, Peter?
As of the 1st of August, they'll all be out the door. They will be. I'm purging the dead weight. It's time to go. I have to go. I don't have time for people who aren't right-minded, and they're going to start sitting in my seats on Thursday nights because this is the new direction of flow. This is my memo, and if you're not getting my memo, and by the way, John, the only people that are going to get that memo for that actual call, I'm having Brother Michael reset the call number. So
you're letting me know that you're still going to be doing your Thursday calls for Privatis.Me for the members.
Yep.
And so they have a call to look forward to, except the only difference in those calls is they can actually ask you questions that are in private and that you can actually answer.
And then we're going to go through the documents in the order that they're supposed to be used and in what context. So they'll have their clarity. They're all one-pagers, John, except for the third-party debt deal.
Yep.
John, I don't know how to make it any easier. I really don't.
Well, that's the funny thing too. Carl used to mention that as well. He used to help people with the one-page claim, and they used to get mad at him, and they'd be like, "Well, what's this? I gave you this money to do this for me, and it's a one-page claim." And he realized, they didn't have the education that we're teaching here, and that's what it is. The one-page claim, the 4-line claim, that's where all the power's at. That's where there's no arguing. That's where it's simple stupid. That's where it's, you have trespass against me, give me back my stuff, basically. And that's it. There's nothing to argue against that.
I'll tell you, this is why I'm saying, brother, it's so damn simple, most just won't get it. But those that get it, they're really going to get it. I promise. Brother, the ship is leaving the station. Get on board, folks. This ship is actually going ashore. It's going to be dry docked. I'm going to mothball the son of a bitch, decommission it as we did in the Navy, and we're all going to ground. We're going to be landlubbers. That's what we need to be as landlubbers, because right now you're living in the Admiralty.
That's right.
Why would a Navy guy know anything about the Admiralty, John?
Go figure.
Yeah, now here's some irony, though, for you. I did 10 years in the Navy, and I spent 8 years running up and down hills with those guys in green. And, brother, my first 2 years, now this is some irony. Hey, brother, you can't write this crib. You can't make this up, but I got to share the love. It's funny as hell. My very first duty command, because I was on the East Coast, I wanted to get to the West Coast. So I said, hey, I want to go to the West because I want to be seeing them California girls. I was 18, and I said, hey, I need to go to California. I need to go to Cali. It's all good. Well, Cali really sucks now, but at the time I didn't have my mind right, but that's where I thought I wanted to go. So I put down, okay, they give you 4 selections in the military. I picked Long Beach. I picked San Diego. I picked I picked all the hot spots, and then the last.
There you go.
Wait a minute. The 3 ones are, brother. This is not good for me. This did not turn out well.
I know the story, so I'm just getting it going for the caller.
It's my stinking horror story. What the hell? You can't make this crap up. And when I got so I said, okay, well, hey, I really would like to get to California. So to make sure you can get to where you want to go to get in that state, I said, I put on my 4th, offer and acceptance. These are my offers. They said, hey, where do you want to go? And then you put down where you want to go. Well, they accepted my last offer, John. My last offer on the list was Anywhere, California. And that's sure as hell where they sent me. Anywhere, California. Because, hey, brother, did you know that the Navy is got a nice naval base out in the middle of Mojave Desert?
Oh, I bet you they do. Lots of water out there, right?
Oh, yeah, China Lake, the dry lake bed. You got to love it. You can't make this crap up. You have salt wells up to the north, and I get to this place, brother, I was in culture shock. I see tumbleweed going past my eyes. This is the middle of February. And I got shuttled in on a pea shooter prop plane. The door came open on the damn thing about 2,000 feet above LAX, and I was like, I ain't moving. The guy said, shut the door. I said, I ain't moving. He had to reach across my lap. The pilot's right next to me, and he pulled the door shut. I was like almost having an aneurysm. It was funny as hell. So, brother, watch what you pray for. You might get it, and I did. But here's some irony. I spent 10 years in the Navy, but I spent 8 years. So the first 2 years was in the Mojave Desert, and the next 8 years was running up and down hills with Marine Green as a Navy doc. Go figure. Because the Marine Corps doesn't have a medical department. They use Navy personnel. Brother Robert's probably listening, laughing his ass off. Doc was in the Mojave Desert. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, and you know what? My Marine brothers would stop through China Lake to get to their cold weather training up north. Isn't that special? Wow. John, I did duty out in the middle of Mojave Desert. They do what's called hot weather training, and they pick August for the month for training.
Wow,
and you go 30 days in the field, and brother, there ain't no showers out there. You can imagine how right people are getting, but hey, after a while, you get acclimatized to each other. It's terrible. I can laugh about it now, brother, but that's my life story on that deal. So, you know, it's like I say, life has its parallels. And here's a guy in the Admiralty, the friggin' Canoe Club, the U.S. Navy, and he's spending all his time on land.
It's funny how all your life experiences have gotten you to this point, you know, and that's why you say, you know, you never want to change where you came from or what you did, because you know, one day when you figure this little game out, you can turn it all around, and you know, it's like something right over dreamland when you realize take over your power. And it's like Michelle would be saying, you know, it's not just the physical world that you can take your power back. It's the spiritual world, or the current world, or the energy world, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, my energy is my currency.
That's right.
And I'm putting my energy forth. I'm giving it out to the world. I'm throwing it out to the atmosphere and up and over, and I'm sharing the love, because I tell you what, if you don't get on Peter's love boat, this was, like I say, this is dry dock. You're going to be sitting in the sea of illusion over there on the other side, and there's no water there, but it's the sea of illusion, and it's time to go, folks. It is time to go. So I'm going to be ranting for the next couple of weeks on getting people over, and I am shutting that damn door, John, and when it's shut, it is shut. I am not blowing smoke. I am not reversing my position. My mind told me what I have to do, and I'm doing it. So this is a new direction to flow. So, like I say, there are going to be those down the road who are right-minded who will have a chance. Those maybe in the future. But after the 31st, hey, folks, free seats are over. Bye. Have a great day. You're not ready yet. I'm sorry. And like I say, you know, if you think it's about the money, you're dead wrong. You don't know me.
Well, exactly. It's you know, it's about wanting to put the work in, and wanting to come to the school. And people, you know, when they think of Princeton or Harvard or Yale and all this kind of stuff, it's what is it, 10% of the applicants, or 1% or something silly that get in.
Yeah.
People are begging and dying to get in. And
but they're selling their soul to go to the other side.
Exactly. But where I'm going with this, Peter, is you know, this is the thing with Privatis. We have so many good members, full paid members that are, you know, coming forward and asking questions that it gets to be hard to answer the questions of the free members and stuff like this. And
right. The free members are clogging my mojo, bro. It's so that's why the free members don't get to come play. They got to come get their education. If your education isn't worth your pay raise, then you get to not get your pay raise, and you get to suffer some more until you get your mind right. And this ain't anger. This ain't brother. This is a love. See, because I can't change your mind for you. You got to put value in yourself. This has nothing to do with me. I have value, folks. I know who I am.
Will definitely make you a man or a woman. That's for
sure.
Yeah,
we're going to separate the wheat from the boys from the girls at my house. There will be no tricks for kids at my house, except unless I play one on somebody. But I wouldn't do that.
Oh, beautiful.
Yep.
Anyway. I've got a bit of a tickle in my throat, so you're going to have to continue there, Peter.
That's all right. Yeah, okay, very good. I'm sitting out on the porch and letting my neighbors hear me rant, and it's a beautiful thing. And they know I speak passionately about something. They just can't put their finger on it.
What's that crazy guy over next door talking about?
Yeah. They don't realize that, you can't, hey, brother, you can't preach to your own backyard. I realize that.
Yeah. It's definitely, you know, it's lots of patience, Peter. It's definitely lots of patience.
Yeah.
And, you know, exactly. It's, you want to, well, after a while you get to read the type of people who can handle this kind of stuff very quickly, you know, and you can see the ones that have the eyes glaze over, or the ones that, you know, brighten up with interest.
Yeah.
And, we'll have that in anything. There's some people that want to be doctors and they care about nothing else. There's some people that want to be whatever they want to be and they care about nothing else. Well, there's some people in this world that want to be free, want to live in the private, want to be left alone, and they care about nothing else. And that's the ones we want to spend our time with and get them to their power and get them to their freedom and, to be back to being independent and self-governed.
Yeah, and after the end of this month, I won't be doing money orders anymore either because Peter's going bye-bye, and only those that, it's like the military, need to know. Those that need to know, they're going to be the only ones that know. And it's not that I'm hiding, it's just I choose to create my my new house where I'm going as it will be a learning board. It will be a nucleus. I have a super nucleus setting up shop for the right-minded brothers. There will be no electronic communications in that house because they do like to turn shit on,
And it's kind of like, it'd be nice we get these members that know the stuff like we know it that can start teaching other new members that are interested and start expanding this out.
Yes. That's why I'm going to create an accelerated learning course for those that get it, those who want to touch maybe some in their community who want to get right-minded as well.
Exactly.
And so that's how this thing will blossom, brother. It's going to blossom by word of mouth and invitation only. This isn't it's going to be exclusive. It really will because brother, this is making me warm and fuzzy all inside. I'm going to have nothing but right-minded brothers sitting at my buffet table. I'm not going to be dealing with no more of the let's put it this way, the negative energy that sucks the lifeblood out of me because I'm not giving over to it. See, I got to be clear in thought, brother. I got to be clear in intent. I got to be clear in heart. And my spirit doesn't want encumberments anymore. I'm done with the encumberments. So there is all roads lead through here, folks. There's no other place. There's no other organization or private members place where you're going to come and get what we're going to give you. We're going to serve you heaping helpings of nothing but straight up truth, but direction of flow to go along with it.
And again, we talk about a lot of learning to walk in the private and stuff like that. But again, Privatis has all the cures for all these diseases and all this kind of stuff that are plaguing and that say they can't be cured. We laugh at these silly things. Again with Bill Donahue and getting your spirit right. Bringing that forward. That is amazing. You will never get an education like that.
It's unbelievable. This guy's blowing me up. He's a little animated. I like that.
Isn't he? Yeah.
But you know what? I'll post him over on our YouTubes as well. And
you know why he's animated, Peter? Because he's real.
Yeah. That's right.
He cares.
You're right. You can't fake that enthusiasm. He's like Brother Peter.
Right.
He's like Brother.
That's right.
Him and I, boy, I can't imagine.
God, it'd be a good time.
Sparks flying. Holy crap, dude. Oh my God. Two sources of energy. They don't have to want to bottle this and sell it. Holy crap. These guys are energy overload revisited times.
And Peter. He's been doing this over 30 years, and some of his videos only have a few hundred views.
Yep.
And he's the most advanced. 99% of people have it completely wrong.
Yep.
And this one guy that's just simple, stupid, and you're like, oh my goodness, now I get it.
We did post, I think, one of his videos. Matter of fact, yes, one of them is that snuck through the woodpile.
Nice.
Andrea posted it. It's over on Privatis.Me Facebook page.
Beautiful.
Yeah, folks, it's all great. Anyways, hey, guess what? This ship is going to ground. Decommissioned. It's all good. Let's see. I've got about 1 minute to share the love. Andrea, you heavy lifter, you're killing me in a good way. Brother Zach, Verdict Productions, Brother Dan, my SEO man, got me to the first page. Is that a beautiful thing, John? On my 12-minute video.
Dan's out there working hard.
Yep.
Shout out to Dan.
And you know what? These are my brothers and sisters that I get to come to my house, brother, because they're all coming over with me. I'm not leaving none behind that are already here. This is you and your Jacinth and Brother Michael and Susan and Roseanne. So, hey, welcome to the nucleus, folks. You want to be a part of it, or you can stand back and stay in dead man's land. I love you enough to bring you over if you're willing to be man enough to come in. Anyways, enough of that rant, John. Anyways, hey, love you, brother. Hey, tomorrow night, hey, folks, come back tomorrow night because I will be giving some more direction of flow, and we'll be quickly closing this door. But for those that are right-minded, we're going to show the love that's unparalleled to none. Anyways, on that note, John, we are out of here. Hacia mañana. Hey, I'll catch you on the rebound. Thank you for taking the ride on Magilla's back. And, hey, folks, we'll catch you tomorrow. We'll be here. We love you. All right, very good. Good night, all. We'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to In the Spirit of Things on I Am Free Will Radio. Join us on our Blog Talk radio station every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday night, live from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. To find all the links we mention on the show and to stay up to date about when we go live on BTR, make sure you connect with us on our social sites. Follow us on Twitter at handle Privatis.Me. You can also friend us, like us, or join our open group on Facebook by searching Privatis.Me or by clicking on the Facebook icon on our homepage. It's really that simple.
VerdictProductions.com, providing high-quality visual appeal for websites, videos, custom designs, and animation. We can design custom logos, animated images, banners and ads for your website, and even t-shirt designs. Have a video project you want to put on YouTube? Our professional video software will have you up on the web in no time. Visit VerdictProductions.com today and send us your project for a free quote. Lowest prices on the net guaranteed.